Ladies and gentlemen, you read about it in the newspapers. Now shudder as you observe before your very eyes that most rare and tragic of nature's mistakes. I give you the average man. Physically unremarkable, it has instead a deformed set of values. Notice the hideously bloated sense of humanity's importance, the club-footed social conscience, and the vivid optimism. It's certainly not for the squeamish, is it? Most repulsive of all are its frail and useless notions of order and sanity. If too much weight is placed upon them, they snap. How does it live, I hear you ask? How does this poor, pathetic specimen survive in today's harsh and irrational world? The sad answer is, not very well. Faced with the inescapable fact that human existence is mad, random, and pointless, one in 8 of them crack up and go stark slavery and bagoo! Who can blame them? In a world as psychotic as this, any other response would be crazy! So, I see you received the free ticket I sent you. I'm glad. I did so want you to be here. You see, it doesn't matter if you catch me and send me back to the asylum. Gordon's been driven mad. I've proved my point. I've demonstrated there's no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once, am I right? I know I am. I can tell. You had a bad day and everything changed. Why else would you dress up like a flying rat? You had a bad day, and it drove you as crazy as everybody else. Only you won't admit it. You have to keep pretending that life makes sense, that there's some point to all this struggling. God, you make me want to puke! I mean, what is it with you? What made you what you are? Girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe? Brother carved up by some mugger? Something like that, I bet. Something like that. Something like that happened to me, you know. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer to be multiple choice! Oh, but my point is, I went crazy. When I saw what a black awful joke the world was, I went crazy as a goat. I admit it. Why can't you? I mean, you're not unintelligent. You must see the reality of the situation. Do you know how many times they've come close to World War III over a flock of geese on a computer screen? Do you know what triggered the last World War? An argument over how many telegraph poles Germany owed its war debt creditors. Telegraph poles! Oh, it's all a joke. Everything anybody ever valued or struggled for, it's all a monstrous, demented gag. So why can't you see the funny side? Why aren't you laughing? See, there are these two guys in a lunatic asylum. And one night they decide they don't like living in an asylum anymore. They decide they're going to escape. So, they get up onto the roof and there, just across this narrow gap, they see the rooftops of the town, stretching away in the moonlight, stretching away to freedom. Now the first guy, he jumps right across them no problem. But his friend, dared to make the leap. You see, he's afraid of falling. Oh, so then the first guy has an idea. He says, hey, I have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings. You can walk along the beam and join me. Oh, but the second guy, he just shakes his head. He says, well, what do you think I am? Crazy? You turned it off when I was halfway across. Oh, excuse me.